not feeling well tonight, so he called me and said he'd prefer not to get us infected with the stomach bug he's battling, so I am stepping in his absence. So I'm showing 5:30. We'll go ahead and get started. Hopefully everybody has a copy of the minutes from the last meeting. Are there any additions or corrections to minutes from last month's meeting?
Motion to approve.
I have a motion from Danny to approve the minutes. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Matt seconded. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, minutes carry. Don't have anyone from overlapping taxing districts in audience. So I will open up the annual meeting of the overlapping taxing districts and turn it to Sam and Kimber from Baker Tilly to provide us a report.
All right, thank you. I can share my screen if that would be helpful as well for the presentation.
That would be very helpful because some of us did not bring the package with us, so perfect, thank you.
Yep, no problem. So to introduce myself, I'm Kimber Majors, and joined with me is Sam Schrader, but we are here to go over this presentation, which satisfies the Indiana code that's on it at 36.725.8. We're satisfying that today by presenting this. So, sorry, I cut out there for a second, I apologize. But anyway, just as a recap for everybody's positions, we have Don as president, Chris as vice president, Brian as secretary, Matt and Dan as members, Todd as non-voting school board member, and Christy as auditor. But let's get into the actual Honda allocation area. So as a quick overview, the area was created back in 2006, and it doesn't expire until 2036, so we still got a good number of years in it. But what's actually important is the annual TIF revenues. What we estimated for pay 2025 was $5,080,080, and if you'll note, the actual 2025 collections were $5,080,191. So very accurate, which is what we want to see. And pay 2026, we're having a good jump to almost $5,600,000. As far as the history of the allocation area goes, we show a number of years just as a little bit of a look back. If you'll notice, in 2024, there was a bit of a dip in both the incremental assessed value and TIF revenue. That was due to various abatements on the Honda plant, but now that they've been established and a couple years have passed, we have an uptick year over year, which is what we want to see, and we're in the right direction. As far as outstanding obligations go, we just have the Series 2008A bonds, which were originally issued with $22 million, and what's currently outstanding is almost $5,900,000, with a final maturity expected in February 1st of 2032. Now, how are we paying for the debt service? The graph on the next page shows that perfectly. So our estimated TIF is what's in gray, and our debt service is in red. So you can see our debt service year over year is roughly around $2 million, but estimated TIF that we're bringing in is between 5 and 6 million. So a good 3 to 4 million gap between what we need to pay and excess. Now, where is that excess revenue going? It's allocated between, on the next page the graph shows, excess revenue, which is in red, and the county excess is in gray, so it's roughly a 50-50 split, but that's where that almost around $3 to $4 million is being allocated between. And just as a reminder of what have TIF revenues funded in the past, they've been able to fund various projects, including sewer infrastructure, water infrastructure, an E911 system, various road and bridge improvements, cyber center and biomed lab, and a level 3 preschool. All great things, and with a number of years still to go with this, we'll be able to add to the list of more projects funded. Which, speaking of which, what's kind of on the list of what is expected to be spent on with these excess revenues? We work with the county to get this list together, so some approved expenditures include a storage facility, sports complex, a community building, aquatic center, a Catholic school, and a preschool. All of which our estimated revenues still exceed what our total expenses are. So even if these approved expenditures happen to be these exact dollar amounts, at the end of 2026, we're still looking at an estimated net increase of almost $600,000. And year over year, you see that jumps up to almost over $1 million. Which, important to note, at the end of 2026, we are assuming a cash balance of approximately around $4 million at the end there, which is fantastic. As far as future project goes, various county bridge replacements are expected, but the estimated cost is still to be determined. And otherwise, we are here for any questions you may have. Feel free to reach out to any of us. But you taking the time to listen and satisfying this requirement. Thank you.
Thank you, Kimber. Any questions for Kimber or Sam on the annual reports? Pretty self-explanatory. Thank you, Kimber.
Thank you.
I think we're good to go. Thank you for joining, and you are free to stick around or sign off, up to you. All right, well, that satisfies the annual meeting requirements, so we will close that session and move on to old business. Rob, turn it to you for the sports complex.
Okay, so I turned in an invoice, it's invoice number 5 from Effingham and Norman. It's for the display room insulation and interior metal, I believe it says on the invoice there. The insulation is complete, metal's up on the inside. Getting that invoice to be paid, and that puts us right at the budget for that. We only have, so total budget, everything spent, we only have $2,700 left with that being.
Do you anticipate requesting that final?
I do.
Okay.
The only reason being is we had changed the building going through it that the parks department's paid for. So anywhere, I think it's right around $30,000 additional that we'll have. So they'll still have one more invoice coming back from us. We have taken care of paying those other invoices as well to him. And it was for additions in concrete to make it look better, meshing up with that shelter that's in front of it. We ended up going with, from initial bid, to a grinder pump in the back opposed to a holding thing on it. It's gonna save us way more money. Instead of paying to have that pump, we have thousands of dollars, right? So, I mean, it could be, we'd have to pump it daily possibly. We would end up doing that. So, and then we also put baseboard heat in the bathrooms for now, because there's no heat in that building. So that at least in the colder months will keep us any freezing issues hopefully on those pipes. One other minor thing is, whether minor or not, he was gonna put tank toilets in, and I caught it when we changed it to commercial toilets. So they had to do additional build out on the wall, because everything was already rough with concrete. We had to change it, but additional costs were around 30, so I would anticipate one more for the 2007. Next month to the following, to get that completed and get that thing open. We're desperate need.
Any other questions for Rob? If not, I will entertain a motion to pay the $10,000 invoice to Effing and Norton.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded to pay the invoice. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I'll vote aye this time. Well, there's only 4 of us here. 3 of us might not go through.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
I want it done, because I've heard more people gripe at me about that thing than you wouldn't believe. The people said, when's, I said, I got nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I
Trust
don't.
me, we want it done too.
I mean, because it's about a month behind, isn't it?
Oh, no.
Oh,
I was
isn't it?
initially told November. I think.
Do what?
I was initially told November. And then with the winter, we were pushing to April. It was March, then April. Don't want any black eyes, I just want it done.
All right, well, late entry, not necessarily on the agenda. Don did have it on the agenda under old business. Decatur County EMA. Don emailed out an invoice late this afternoon that he received from Gary Hash. $1,000 invoice payable to Scott Barnes, SD Barnes Construction. It appears to be the final installment, if you had a chance to see that invoice. Original design fee was $6,000 plus $273 for filing fee. $52.73.78 has been paid to date, leaving a balance of $1,000.
I think this was add-on for the sheriff, wasn't it? They redid the building for the sheriff.
Yeah, I think
I
you're
think it's an
right.
extra $1,000 for adding on to the sheriff, if I read that right or understood it right.
Yeah, because I think you are correct, because now they have to send the prints back to get them.
Yeah, they have to go back to the state and had to be redrawn and everything else, so yeah. So,
To the invoice for that.
Yep. So I will need or entertain a motion to pay the $1,000 invoice to SD Barnes related to the EMA building design.
so moved.
Motion by Danny. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Matt, second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right, no new business items on the agenda, so I guess I will open it up to see if there are any new business items that we need to cover. Or for that matter, any other business.
Did we make it official when we were gonna have our other meeting? We just gonna do it in May?
I think it's the next scheduled
That's
meeting on
fine.
May 20th, to, I guess, formally approve the,
Addendum or whatever. to the-
yeah. Does May 20th still work for everyone?
I think so. Yes.
Work for you, Daniel?
Do what?
May 20th, okay with you?
That's fine, yeah,
Okay,
yeah. It's back to normal now.
yep. All right, May 20th, the next scheduled meeting. I think that covers the agenda. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.
You're gonna nosedive off the interstate.